what is Project 50 plus 20 all about? It is a dream more than anything else. It is a dream of like-minded people who all have worked in their own place to work towards a place where 7, 8, 9 billion people can live well and within the limits of this planet. More than anything else, 50 plus 20 is becoming an emerging movement. A movement where people like you, who are concerned with this world, who understand that we cannot continue as we are today, and who have a passion to use the place they have and the role they play to the best of their abilities to contribute to a better world. Now, what does that mean? Well, we've decided in order to get to such a world, we need to think of a new, different society. And more importantly, we need to think about how business can contribute to creating such a society. And as a result, we need different kinds of leaders who can transform the existing way businesses operate and entrepreneurial activities are conceived to make sure that business does serve the common good. And then we have started worrying about or thinking about how to develop such leaders. We call them globally responsible leaders. And these leaders have different capabilities. They have the ability to reflect and have move from a different place of awareness, have a reflective awareness. They are responsible leaders, sustainable entrepreneurs, and conscious statesmen. How would we create an environment where we can develop such leaders? One of the things that we know is that so far we haven't been really good at that. So what would it take? We believe that our role as future business and management educators is threefold. Firstly, we need to educate such globally responsible leaders. That means that we transform the 1% of the current leaders that are in power so that they can become globally responsible leaders, and we educate the 99% who are the future leaders and who will get us, who are the future leaders and entrepreneurs in the world, who will help us shape this future world. Secondly, our role is to enable business to serve the common good. And we do that by making sure that we provide appropriate continuous learning for their executives and for their leaders at any stage. We create an executive monastery where they come and reflect and digest what they have all done. We invite them to our collaboratory where we all meet to develop solutions to issues, burning societal issues such as water scarcity, climate change, hunger, migration, etc. We provide research that is relevant for business, that supports those people who are working on resolving the environmental, economic, and societal challenges that we are facing. This would be future-oriented research, action learning research, action research, combined with action learning. And thirdly, we see the role of future management and business educators to shape the public agenda to transform the economic system. We all understand that the system as it is cannot continue. But what would be the new system? We don't know. But we believe that we need to be an important part in making sure that we together work out the solution. Harvard Class 101 walked out of the economics course. They said, we don't learn here what we should. Now that would be a great way to create a meeting place to look at. So economics of the future, what is that? What are the critical questions that we need to ask in order to come up with new answers? Who needs to be sitting in the circle that addresses this issue? NGOs, businesses, policymakers, business educators, students, parents, you name it. And getting these people together, we would form a collaborative co-creation space a collaboratory, we call it, where together all the stakeholders work, think, act, reflect around societal issues. What does that mean in terms of developing leaders? We believe we need to create a place where powerful and safe learning can happen. We need to look at transformative learning, because in order to develop leaders that fully understand that they are a part of everything that is, we need to look at transformative learning. We need to start by bringing in the whole person, their heart, hand, soul, brains, the whole thing. We cannot stop here. We cannot just bring our brain to work or to life. Issue-centered learning means that we look no longer through the lens of functions at problems, but we learn to adapt different lenses. We look at issues, we look at it through the lens of different stakeholders. We look at it of the lens of different disciplines. We involve other disciplines, business, management, but also environmental, social sciences, natural sciences, people from society. And we start to understand what are the different elements and what are the solutions that have been tried. What is the best practice? What has everybody already worked on? And then we have our researchers who imagine they have been able to develop future-oriented research methodologies that will help us study different solutions that we will develop for this future by coming up with new ways of measuring rigor in future-oriented research, by looking at how to accompany the process of action learning. This is kind of where education and research naturally meet. This is where being a statesman, an entrepreneur, a leader, a researcher, an educator, a business person, all comes together. This is where concerned citizens act together for the world. Thank you.